Hello there and a warm welcome to Superscreen News at 10, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adenike Oweye Ajiboye. President Muhammadu Buhari says he might be one of those involved in the herdsmen-farmers clashes because he is not educated. President Buhari discussed this in a speech delivered on his two-day visit to Bauchi State at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa Stadium of Bauchi, where he inaugurated the 261 Nigerian Air Force Referral Hospital, some roads, 5 tractors, and some farm implements. President Buhari, while addressing Bauchi residents at the stadium, said since 2015, he encouraged them to allow their children to go back to school. The president also urged the people of Bauchi to make every effort to put their children in school, adding that in his generation, you can not make it except you are educated. Senators at the plenary has called for the impeachment of President Muhammadu Buhari for allowing the withdrawal of $496 million from the excess crude account (ACA) to purchase a military aircraft without National Assembly's approval. Most of the lawmakers who spoke on the withdrawal and spending pointed out that the president had breached Section 80 of the 1999 Constitution, while a few disagreed. Report says the 12 Super Tucano aircraft ordered from the United States will be delivered in 2020. Bukola Saraki had on Wednesday read a letter from President Buhari in which he admitted that the money had been withdrawn and paid to the United States approval. Senator Matthew Urogide, who is the chairman of the Committee on Public Accounts, had protested against the expenditure, moved a motion for Buhari's impeachment for violation of the Constitution. Meanwhile, the Senate has also adjourned the plenary over the arrest and detention of Senator Adino Malai by the Nigerian police. Took turns at the Wednesday's plenary to condemn the police for what they termed as inhumane treatment of
a sitting and a serving senator handled like just a common criminal on the street that way. That is condemnable and is condemned. And I speak here from my heart, and for him and for all of us here, that we have to defend democracy. And I have the rights, the rights of common people in this way must be upheld.
Mr. President, I frown at the way Dino was arrested. Dino comes to the National Assembly virtually every day. I don't know why the police had to wait till he goes to the airport to go and perform official duty. He was arrested, embarrassed, and put in a truck and taken to SAS, where common criminals like armed robbers are being put. That is where they intended to take him.
Senate President Bukola Saraki told lawmakers he has sent a delegation to the National Hospital Abuja, where Malai is being treated under the watch of policemen.
If you see the number of policemen, about 100 policemen in the hospital, it's uncalled for. If we have this strength in the police that we can dedicate about 100 policemen to one person on allegation, why can't we move those policemen to Zamfara or to Benue, where killings are taking place every day? So if we don't fight for injustice, we are killing our democracy, because I feel this one is not right and we have to condemn it.
If we are talking about a particular issue, we should stay with it. But when we begin to bring a government that a lot of people also supported to be here, to use whatever happened as to implicate the government, I think, I think I'm against that. We should face the issue. I'm not in support of what happened to Dino. And immediately that Omar Gege has been led away by police, you will know that the sanctity of this place has been invaded upon. And if anybody will be taken away, it has set an example.
This Senate and this Parliament must stand firm and speak the truth. Because you will not be judged by the favors you think you will get today. You will not be judged by the promises that is made to you. You'll be judged by which position did you take when democracy is being attacked. I said this is a difficult moment for people to speak the truth.
The emphasis now should be, what can we do as colleagues to get him out of this present predicament that he's in? The outpouring of confrontational language does not help us in this situation, does not help him. Here we are in the comfort of this chamber, and with the immunity that we enjoy in this chamber, to say the things that have been said. It does not help his situation now.
Urged the Senate to look deeply into the matter and proffer solution to the matter in due time. And now, Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose has described President Muhammadu Buhari as a captured president who has been reduced to offering condolences to Nigerians slaughtered by herdsmen instead of taking firm action to stop the atrocities. In a statement by the governor's press secretary, Idowu Adelisi, said the People's Democratic Party government under former President Goodluck Jonathan was a golden era compared with the APC government. Reacting to the recent killings by Fulani herdsmen in Benue State, Fayose wondered why a retired army general and one-time military head of state who contested and won election on the premises of providing security to citizens had suddenly become a lame duck. Fayose said this is a killer government. He also described it as a shameful one that Nigerians are dying daily with the president's clueless and incompetent ability to handle the crisis. Following recent killings in Finima Boni local government area of Rivers State, a chairman of Adoni Council of Traditional Rulers, Aaron Ikuru, alleged that 5 people were killed while several others are still missing after the attack. Ikuru also disagreed with statements making rounds that the attack is cult-related.
It is unfortunate to receive on air news media the statement credited to Boni Chiefs Council that the action was cult-related. This news report was rather unfair assessment of the ugly incident. The hapless people were just gone down in broad daylight. One was killed in front of the father. Very pathetic. What we are saying is that we love peace. We want peace so that we can cohabit in the same area. So we want government to enter quickly and then resolve this matter so that we can get the needed peace in the zone.
The traditional ruler also called on the state and federal government, as well as security agencies, to intervene in order to restore peace and normalcy in the area.
Even if there is anything happening, the Boni man or the Finima man ought to call the Andoni chiefs. We are in the same council with them, and tell us, please, look at what your people are doing. No need of going to hire whoever they hired, whether they wear uniform, whether they are soldiers, whether they are police, and start killing Andoni people as they are no human beings. We are not happy about it.
Meanwhile, the police earlier in a statement said only 2 people died in the attack. The House of Representatives bid to investigate the 1.4 trillion naira allegedly spent on fuel subsidy by the current administration was stalled due to the absence of key government officials. The 2017 budget had no provision for subsidy, and there is no subhead for it in the 2018 appropriation bill awaiting passage by the National Assembly. The House had directed its joint committees on finance and petroleum resources downstream to investigate the subsidy payout. The investigation is jointly chaired by Babangida Ibrahim, representing APC Katsina, and Joseph Akinlaja, PDP Undo. At the committee's public hearing on Thursday, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, and the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ibe Kachki, failed to show up. The Minister of Budget and National Planning Minister, Senator Udoma, and the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mekanti Baru, also stayed away from the hearing. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it has registered 176,000 in its ongoing continuous voters registration exercise in the state. A state resident electoral commissioner, Samuel Ego, who disclosed this to journalists, said the commission has deployed 742 personnel to political wards across the state to ensure the massive registration of eligible voters. He also called on eligible residents to take advantage of the exercise to get registered to enable them to participate in electoral process in 2020. You're still watching Superscreen News at 10. We'll take a short break here to bring you news from the business world. Join us again.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigerian government are keeping quiet. Herdsmen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are affecting my village. Let me use if I call it useless, I'm not a mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Each shop got 4 million naira. So I don't have the money, so I have to leave.
If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
Well, many thanks for staying with us. And now in business world, Special Assistant to Governor to former President on Domestic Affairs, Warikmamo Owe Dudafa, has filed a no case submission. Charges filed against him by the federal government. Dudafa, through his lawyer Adigboyega Oyewole-san, said the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has failed to establish prima facie case against him. He urged Justice Mohammed Idris of the Federal High Court in Lagos to discharge him. You will recall that the EFCC had in 2016 arraigned them on 23 counts alleging that they perpetrated a 5.1 billion naira fraud using some companies. The prosecutor told the court that he had been served with the applications but needed time to respond. Consequently, Justice Idris adjourned the case till May 15, 2018. The Senate has declared the current payments by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation and NPC for subsidy of petrol illegal. It asked the corporation to refund the sum of 216 billion naira spent for the purpose in 2017 under the guise of operational costs into the federal government's coffers. The legislature also asked the corporation to stop further payment of the subsidy while asking it to pay the arrears owed fuel marketers. The Committee on Public Accounts made the recommendation in its report on the investigation into the illegal subsidy payments, which was adopted by the Senate at the plenary. For the second consecutive month, the Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC meeting, which was scheduled to hold on Wednesday, was postponed due to revenue discrepancies. The committee held on Tuesday held the technical session where revenue generating made submissions on revenue generated and paid into the Federation account. Commissioners of Finance from the 36 states arrived at the venue of the plenary as scheduled, only to realize that the meeting had been put on hold due to what was cited as revenue discrepancies by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC). Chairman Forum of Finance Commissioners of FAC, Mahmood Yunusa, who disclosed the postponements to journalists, described the development as an unfortunate one. Yunusa stated that the inability of the corporation to generate and remit accurate revenue to the Federation account is a major cause for concern, and he also confirmed that a meeting has been scheduled between the NNPC and the state governors. Well, that's it in business world. We'll take another short break. When we return, more news from foreign scene and its sports. Join us again.